701.
October, as you may know, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And Kjersti Hinz joins us now to discuss the importance of getting screened. Hi, Kjersti. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for being here, Kjersti. I made sure to wear pink today in honor of this segment. And my co-host, we have to mention, in case anyone is just tuning in, are both wearing watermelons in solidarity with me. So thank you guys for that.
You're welcome.
Every October, though, we talk about the importance of getting screened and how getting regular screening is the best way to find breast cancer early. So, Kjersti, can you tell us a little bit about who should be getting screened?
Yeah, great question. October is a great time to remind everyone that women starting at age 40 really should start getting screened every year, at least until age 55. At that point, they can decide with their doctor if they want to be screened every 2 years, but mammograms starting at age 40 for the general population at average risk.
So you had mentioned every year for women starting at 40, and then every 2 years after 55?
Right, and what the experts tell us is that once a woman hits 55, she can decide with her doctor, depending on what her risk factors are and what her previous mammograms have shown, if it's safe to go to screenings every 2 years. And that's an individual decision that she should make with her doctor. And they can always stay with screening every year if women are more comfortable with that. Is
there ever a time when you recommend women to get screened more often than the once per year starting at 40?
Sure, that's a great question. What we recommend for women who are questioning, how high a risk they are for breast cancer, is to really sit down with their provider. And at Women's Way, we have a great group of providers that we work with in our community at our local clinics. Their provider can really sit down with them, go through some risk screening tests that can actually look at their family history, look at maybe some genetic testing that might need to be done. And based on that, that might tell them, do they need more frequent screening? So that's a good question. It is individual basis.
Kjersti, what does screening entail?
Yeah, so when we talk about breast cancer screenings, we're generally talking about mammograms. So mammogram is just a low-dose X-ray, and the mammography technology has really improved. So most mammograms now are 3D, and we've kind of heard of that, I think, advertised. Our community has a variety of places that offer 3D mammograms, and what that really means is that you're getting a 3D image of the breast, and it's really good to see really small areas, which is how we circle back to detecting that cancer really early, because we can see a really small lump up to 2 years before that can even be felt in the breast.
Wow, very important to get in and get screened for that reason alone. What are some of the statistics about North Dakota and how common breast cancer is diagnosed here in the 701?
Yeah, so North Dakota really is no different than the rest of the United States when it comes to breast cancer. For the past several years, we've known that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer during their lifetime. So North Dakota fits right in there. We're looking at American Cancer Society is telling us that over 700 women this year in 2021 will be diagnosed with breast cancer. So we know it's out there, it's fairly common. And again, we go back to that early detection. When breast cancer is found at the earliest stages, I mentioned with a screening mammogram before you would even feel that anything is wrong, it is actually up to 99% curable, which is just amazing. We have some great treatments if it's caught real early.
And look, we're all busy. Women, moms are especially busy. But what are some reasons you might think, that you've heard anyway, that women maybe aren't getting screened as often as they should be?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we work at Women's Way. We work with women in a variety of situations, of family situations. And what we hear a lot, first of all, women might not have insurance and they might be scared about how much a mammogram is going to cost them. The cost of medical care, we all know, is high, and so that is a concern. There is a feeling out there that maybe women don't know what to expect with a mammogram. Maybe they're a little scared of it. Maybe they've had a bad experience, and that is something that as a Women's Way provider, I can actually talk them through and educate women a little on. And then lastly, really women tend to be the caregivers for their family. We kind of know that, and a lot of times women find it hard to take the time for themselves and to really take a time out and really worry about their own health. So we just really encourage women, especially during October, really let's take a minute and think about what screening can do for you and your family. Keep you healthy, keep you around so you can enjoy your family, enjoy your kids and your grandkids.
And something else we do want to mention is that Women's Way offers affordability options for women who might be worried about the cost of getting screened. So definitely go to Women's Way for those options. Thank you so much, Kjersti.
Thank you.
And for more information, call 1-800-280-5512. You can email womensway@nd.gov or visit their website, health.nd.gov/women's-way.
And still to come on Studio 701, we'll show you how months of hard work has led to something truly beautiful.
Mural artist Mel Gordon joins us to tell us